funny at. Just chat it up all the time, and we'll look at it, and that's it. And call Herbert S. Tuttleton a real piece of shit, because that's what he is. So just do that, and also no blockchain talk. Don't.
I want to die.
So we're gonna have so much fun. That's it, and you're gonna see it now. Here comes Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hour. It's starting right now. Right there. There it is.
There will be no mistakes this show. It is the last one, and I will not make a single mistake. Hesitations are not a mistake, Colin Jeffrey. If you mark it down, that's incorrect. Take it back. That's not what we strive for here on the last Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hour. Yes, thank you. Hello. I am Herbert S. Tuttleton, as you all know. There you go. KP Senti, the only positive ray in this torrential storm cloud of a chat. We're getting off. Chat is very spicy today, and I would have it no other way. No, there's no audio issue. I swear to God. No, I'm checking my levels, and it's not. So don't even try to play that card right now. However, since the chat is feverishly just really ramming it in there for one last time, this is what's happening. I'm getting negative points all around that are highlighted in red somehow. Thank God that we're doing this one last time and not ending it early and just feigning interest. This will be the last Hell Hour. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year preemptively, because we will be off the air when that happens. And we wish to thank the chat for their continued contributions of negativity and vitriol throughout. It started on June 1st. It went and took a pause, then came back on November, and we've been doing it ever since. So you're a part of history right now. For better or worse, this chat has been with us the entire time. Like a Sisyphus boulder that I have to roll up the hill every week, and then it rolls back on top of me, knowing that I have to do this again next Monday. But I do it for you, the viewers, the listeners. This is both a visual and oral medium of light and sound. So we thank you. I really don't have any other further business. It's been a great week. It's been very quiet. Submitting to countless production studios, my works, and having the same email begin with, "Hello, what the hell, how did you find me?" No, the answer is no. So that's been my week. How was your week, chat? Let's check in with the chat. Panties, hi, hope I'm not too late. KP Senti, never too late. Always a positive ray of sunshine in the hurricane of shitstorm that is going on in this chat. Can't wait for them to kill off the Tuttleton character. No, never will happen. Never will happen, Randy Havens. Great. I'm going to need another shower when this is over. Good. You ran out, for KP Senti to run out of the shower. Well, jumping ball pit. Colin. Classic jumping ball pit. Jumping a volcano. Even better, RP Havens. Thank you. Pepsi commands are alive and well, as everyone is saying in the chat that Pepsi was my peak. But I beg to differ, because this, we're going to go out with a bang, not a gunshot and death by pistol, but something big. So we've checked in with the chat. It's really poppin'. I'd like to welcome my guest and make sure that there are no audio issues. He has come from Chicago. He has had many good works. He is a positive force in the community here in Los Angeles. He has worked with Second City in many capacity. He had a run at the NYTVF festival with his critically acclaimed John Loos 2, Big for This World. I will not pander or dawdle any longer. Please welcome John Loos to the chat.
Hey, thanks, Herbert. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. John Loos, you're a gem, a national treasure.
You're a jewel.
Yes, all sorts of gemstones and shiny, valuable objects. John Loos You are a powerhouse. You are, as was billed, I think, in the promos, you are local strongman, John Loos. You do not disappoint. John Loos, tell us, the viewers, what you've been up to, what's keeping you busy in this pandemic, and what are your dreams, hopes, desires?
Oh God, well, this pandemic has been a lot of sitting on my ass, playing video games, um, and feeling worthless, but doing, uh, chores and doing some freelance stuff. And then I got a new dog in October, so we've been keeping that alive. And just I'm gonna emerge from this pandemic like Gloria Estefan emerged after her bus accident and recorded the song Higher. Came out at the Grammys and she was fantastic. So that's at some point I'm gonna step out on a Grammy stage and sing Higher, and um, I'll be all better.
Hopefully without the car accident in tow.
Yeah.
So,
I refuse to get on buses.
excellent. Well, that's good because I just was reminded, because I've been rewatching Rock of Love season 1, that the Rock of Love bus hit and killed someone, and that's why
Oh
they
my
had to
God,
stop.
did it really?
Yes,
You
they
shouldn't
hit.
laugh.
You shouldn't laugh. It's that zeitgeist where it's like 2000, what, 5, 7, 8, somewhere around there. So it's I think in the past enough that we can talk about it, because no, not a single one of the women on Rock of Love season 1 want to be reminded of it, want to be interviewed about it. They just consider it a point in their lives that they want to move past.
Yeah. Well, this goes with my theory of that people involved in rock and roll should not transport themselves anywhere under any means, because whenever rock and roll people transport themselves, bad things happen.
It's true. Metallica,
Yeah.
to Pour Some Sugar on Me, Def Leppard. That guy
Mhm.
lost an arm.
Yeah. The Big
Yeah,
Bopper died. Half of Leonard Skinner. Dave Matthews dropped all the shit on the tour bus or tour boat in the Chicago
Yeah.
River. Like they should just never move. They should just stream their concerts forever.
I mean, that's what people have been doing. At least music artists in this day and age, they start streaming. I know that they've wanted to continue the hype train, as it were, by trying to do virtual concerts and stuff like that. So I've seen a few. I've been to a few. I've infiltrated a few, and then been asked to leave. So that's going
Any good
on.
ones?
Lot of weird trip hop. People doing DJ sets. That's a big popular one because they can just play their music and sing over it, and that constitutes a concert somehow in this weird timeline that we're in.
Yeah.
And tickets were $50, and I said I'm not going to pay $50 for a ticket. I'm going to sneak in. So I just said that I was a sound engineer. Give me the link to the stream and I'll pipe it in. So for the first 10 minutes of the DJ set, there was no sound, and everyone was like, there's no sound in the chat, but no one knew how to do it. But I had sound because I privately piped in the music, and so I got a concert for the
Nice.
first 10 minutes, and then they kicked me out.
Oh, 10. Yeah, you saved $50.
Yeah,
Got 10 minutes of entertainment.
10 minutes of exclusive entertainment. No one else heard that except me.
It was a concert of one.
Yeah,
A
so
concert for one.
if you want to know what those 10 minutes sound like, you'll have to ask me, and I'll have to sing it back to you. So, let's see here. Oh, KP Senti says, I want to do a virtual concert, but they were charging $35 also, so $50 kind of pricey, but RP Havens, who is our good friend and top nemesis, says that dang, that guy is swole. So John Loos, living up to your name with that.
Well, thank you. Also, when you say top nemesis, that means something different to gay men like me. So
top nemesis, yes. He's not a bottom nemesis.
yeah, he's not a bottom or reverse nemesis. He's a top nemesis. Great.
Yes. Is there such a thing as that where you're like, oh man, I really don't want to meet this guy again because he's gonna be on top and I'm gonna hate it?
I think it's only happened to me like once. Ironically, I'm married now, but a long time ago, had, I think, the worst sex of my life with an actual porn performer, and it was shocking. And I would see him at the gym, and he would like want to keep talking, and I'm like, no,
No, thank you.
no, that was dramatic. No, thank you. Goodbye.
So good on
My
screen,
mom's not
but
going to see this, right? My mom's not going to see this.
only if she tunes in, which seems to be a near impossibility. Our visibility is very poor. So currently 6 people are watching. I'll just give the metrics right now. Since everyone wants to know how successful this stream is, it's 6 successful, 7 successful now.
Yes.
People are joining. They've heard and they want to join. It's probably your mother. Yes, so he's good on screen, but IRL, piss poor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really just kind of ruined porn for me.
Well, you know what? You wifed up, or you did that, and you're like, yeah, I'm out of the game. This was terrible.
I'm out. Throw my towel in.
Yes,
My
absolutely. Yes, hang it up to dry. And now it's just real stiff. John Loos, we have kind of talked about this, but you wanted to talk about the Oscars.
Yes.
Did you know that you are actually part of Oscars history right now? Because Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Hauer is actually nominated in the Oscars.
Oh my God.
Yes, so you are part of the legacy that is this Oscar nom. We have a little intro that we've prepared when they play the Oscars. We'll cut to it right now. There it was. We are here. I am an Oscar nominee. It's great to be here on the red carpet, just whooping it up. John Loos, thank you for being here, joining me, and thank you for sticking around. And I don't know why I said sticking around. We've only been 5 minutes into this thing, and I'm already like, "Hey, man, thanks for sticking
I'm
around."
still here. Yeah, haven't
You
dropped
haven't
out yet.
run off. Oh, this is.
I might
great.
have to fold some laundry, but I'll be here as long as I can be.
That's perfect. John Loos, the 2021 Oscar noms. I would say it is kind of bare bones as far as like Oscars awards and stuff like that go. I'm not seeing a lot of like. I'm seeing the same amount of people in runnings, but I'm not seeing the same amount of content that I'm used to. Of course, I talked about cinema and film as content. I digest it just like I digest social media, a meme, if you will. I haven't seen a lot of meme films.
Yeah, well, I feel like we're just like a couple years away before memes become eligible for Oscars, and we start like nominating like the girl who put Gorilla Glue in her hair, or like the sheep that got stuck in the trench that I just saw yesterday. Like that would be a great winner of a film.
That sounds like a dank.
A sheep
movie.
got stuck in a trench. It was really amazing.
I gotta look this up. I gotta look up some dank memes after this. But we're here. I'm gonna pull it up right now. So we'll just go through, and we have other elements as well. But we have the Oscar noms for 2021 here. Just in the pipe, we have. I'll just read them off. We'll start with our very popular category of actor in a leading role.
Oh yeah.
We have Riz Ahmed, who is nominated for The Sound of Metal, an Amazon film. So right off the gate, streaming is alive and well, and kind of proving that it is a viable medium more so than film. Because guess what? There wasn't film this year. They took it down.
Yeah, film got canceled.
I think that they probably would have said, oh, if it was released on Apple TV or HBO Max, like they're doing, where they're like, it's in theaters, or you can see it on HBO Max. You take your pick. I think they would qualify as films. But we have Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal. He's going deaf, but he loves to bang on those drums anyway. What did you think of his performance? Did you see The Sound of Metal? Did you?
Yeah, it's great. He's really good in it. I've liked him ever since the night of. And Paul Raci, who plays the guy who runs kind of the home for deaf individuals. also really awesome. It's a great movie. I would actually like it if he won, but I don't think he's gonna.
You don't think he's going to?
No. Chadwick Boseman has won just about everything. Anthony Hopkins won the BAFTA, but Chadwick Boseman has won everything else, and he also has the narrative. It'll be a posthumous win, which sometimes is pretty enticing, like Heath Ledger. I should also clarify to your audience that Oscars are like my sports. I don't watch sports, I watch Oscars. And I met my first boyfriend on an Oscars message board back in 2005. So
this is your bread and butter.
yeah, this is my bread and butter. This is my sad interior life.
It's not sad. As a playwright and film auteur, I must study the industry. But they'll just give some of the best scripts, and it'll probably be some fucking Pixar movie. I don't know. Anyway, I follow the Deep Awards, the SX, SWs, the Austin Film Festivals, where the script writing meets the pavement, as it were, and the tires screech, and it usually goes off the road into the ditch. For me, at least. Well, you mentioned Chadwick Boseman. Yes, a posthumous award. And also, Ma Rainey's back. I should say Sound of Metal. I put it on 2x speed. So that's that's how I watch Sound of Metal. Don't hate me for that. Chadwick Boseman, yes. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, though, very good. I enjoyed...
I liked it a lot.
I enjoyed just everything about it. The time period, the way it was shot. I enjoyed the costumes. It was very in period. So I enjoyed it a lot. Anthony Hopkins, the father. I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah.
But he won the BAFTA. He's very British, so...
He won the BAFTA. He and Gary Oldman are the only ones who can win the BAFTA out of this list. And I guess they thought that Mank wasn't British enough in the classic... golden age of Hollywood 1950s. I swear to Christ, there were two films, and I think there were two films the same story of and I think it was Gary Oldman or someone else who was like, I'm a screenwriter in the Prohibition or in the McCarthy era, and I gotta write my scripts. Oh, it was fucking Cranston, Bryan Cranston.
Oh yeah, Trumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so writers love nothing more than writing about writers. Like, they love to make themselves the main character. Like, none of us are that interesting. We're all sad, lonely individuals. Stop it. Mank was bad.
Yeah, I like to see the period, but also when I just hear about script writing, I'm like, oh, this is very insular. It's a great historical piece that I will watch just to glean information from. I will not care about the acting. I'll be like, oh, and he did that.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman, though, one of my favorite lines in a movie, they really let this guy go off in the OOs and the 90s with The Professional and Air Force One, where he had a line reading where someone said something to him and he just goes, "Shut up!" And that's it. When Gary Oldman turns up, he turns up. So
he's a master of volume modulation.
Yes. So if he's not angry, he ain't getting that golden Oscar.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough volume, enough shouting than whispering in Mank.
That's true. He's always like a weird, tired screenwriter. Stephen Yeun making. I would say he's probably not going to get the Oscar, but Minari went on an Oscar run for this. He's done so much. He's released so much.
Yeah.
He's like an executive producer on this Amazon show Invincible. He's also the voice of it, and it's pushing boundaries in a way that's good. It unfortunately was released too late, but I think that Stephen Yeun is going to be one to watch as far as producing goes.
Yeah, and Minari's probably my favorite movie that I've seen from the last year, and he's great in it. Everything I've heard about him is that he's wonderful. He was actually at Second City, I think just before I started doing stuff there. And everyone I know, through the Second City who knew him was like, yeah, he was just the nicest guy. So
yeah, he was in Stir Friday Night, right?
That sounds right. Yeah,
I think he comes. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go to the streaming metrics, but then I'm gonna come back. He was in that, and that's he comes back for those shows, strangely enough. So that's good.
That's cool.
Danger Mouse says, Jesus Christ, Ellison, please stop talking. What's the web version of a Razzie? I think it's just a Razzie, Colin Jeffrey. If you want to nominate us, please go ahead. We're already in the running for Oscars, which you will see at the bottom of this list. Yes. Hello, Colin Jeffrey. Welcome. Well, those are our picks. We say Chadwick Boseman, I think, is a shoo-in. Riz Ahmed, though, a close second. I would say that he's got the most visibility, second to Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. Boseman, I think, has got it sewn up. I think he's going to win pretty easily.
Yes. Actor in a supporting role now. We're moving on to the sub-men category. We have Sacha Baron Cohen at the top of the list with The Trial of the Chicago 7. I don't think so. I don't know why, but I think that the Oscars does not like Sacha Baron Cohen ever since he fucking pranked. Was it the Golden Globes or whatever, where he like did like a prank and they're like, please don't do this, please accept the award as yourself, and he did it anyway. And then
that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think that was Golden Globes.
That's Golden Globes, and Isla Fisher, his wife, like let him in through like the back door because they're like, don't do it, and he's like, I'm gonna do it, and they're like, then don't come. And Isla Fisher like pushed open a door and let him in, and then he proceeded to tear ass on the Golden Globes. So I don't know. I Trial of Chicago 7, a powerful film, but I don't know if Sacha Baron Cohen, you're like, okay.
There's so many people in that movie. It's hard to like one person to stand out.
Yeah, I don't think Sacha Baron Cohen was like the pick for that. Daniel Kaluuya, though, I'm gonna call this right now. Anyone who has been on SNL will win, just because it's been such a weird year that if you didn't have the streaming platform or service, and then you're like, oh, they're on SNL. It's immediately like grants visibility, I'm sure, to the...
I'd buy that, yeah. And he's won everything. He's won even more than Chadwick Boseman or anyone else in any other category. He's just like won everything. So he's definitely going to win.
Yeah.
I've not seen it, but I hear he's great.
It is a very powerful film, I'll say that much. And
he's amazing. I've loved him since he was on Black Mirror. He's great.
Yeah. You can't say kind enough words about Daniel Kaluuya. Also, on SNL, very charming, very good. He did wonderful. He had fun. Here you go, Paul Raci, your guy, Sound of Metal.
Yeah, he's just like a character actor. He like did bit parts for like 30 years, and then got this because he has deaf parents, so he knows sign language, and he's also a really good actor. And so they cast him in this role of like a leader of this deaf home for recovering people recovering. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Like they're newly deaf, or they're also have other issues. But he's great. He's amazing.
They have become deaf.
They have, yeah.
They used to hear, and then it was too loud, and they said no. And then they can't hear the sound of metal.
Yeah, they can no longer drum hardcore metal band stuff.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But he's awesome. I would pick him to win of the ones I've seen, but I've also not seen Daniel Kaluuya, so I can't.
Yeah. You know, we just skipped over Leslie Odom Jr. Let's give credit where credit is
he's
due.
really good too. One Night in Miami's good. For me, all the guys were about equal. Like they were all really good. So it was interesting that Leslie Odom got singled out from the cast because they were all good. But he's great.
Look this up. I did not see One Night in Miami. I'm gonna say Miami. One Night in Miami.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it for real. Miami.
Miami.
It's like a snotty Italian person asking for their mom. Miami.
Where is Miami? Man, really giving it to the Italians on this show. I'm sure that we're gonna get fined for that. YouTube's gonna come and fine us. So this is such a big presence here. Then we have Lakeith Stanfield.
Which blew everyone away that he got nominated here because he was being campaigned in lead. So like all the Oscar prognosticators were like that were just blown away. They fell out of their chairs.
They were like,
he should be in lead, but he ended up in supporting.
They were like the 2016 election. They were like, what?
Because one of them, yeah. Because he plays Judas and Daniel Kaluuya plays, I mean, if you're looking at the title, the Black Messiah. So
yeah.
Like they're both in the title, but neither of them are the lead character. It's real weird.
I guess it's doubling down. I was surprised. I was gonna think that Kaluuya was gonna be like up in the leading role, but not quite.
Yeah.
They're just gonna double down. I bet it goes to Kaluuya, but that's just me. Let's move down to our lead ladies.
Yes. As a
Viola
gay man,
Davis.
this is what I love to talk about.
Yes. I am not a gay man, but I also love to talk about this because I have a theory that I love to spin about this specific year that I will enlighten you when we get to it.
Yes.
Viola Davis, though, powerhouse. Ma Rainey's
Great.
Black Bottom. Ma Rainey herself. Very good.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite performances of hers. The only thing that's going slightly against her, she has by far the least amount of screen time as the rest of the actresses, but she's amazing when she's on screen.
Do you think that makes a factor is screen time? What if she is just a powerhouse and she's on for 3 minutes and blasts you like a double-barreled shotgun and then gets off as fast as possible? She didn't do a bad performance. She just didn't do a long performance.
Yeah, well, sometimes like that, I think sometimes it matters in certain contexts, but I think here it won't matter. Like I think she could easily win.
Very good.
Yeah.
Andra Day, United States versus Billie Holiday. This one came out and I was like, oh, I didn't see it. That's what I'm saying.
I've heard it's okay. I've not seen it, but she's gotten really good reviews, and she plays a real life. I mean, they both play a real characters or real people from history. So that also is usually helpful for chances.
Yes. I was gonna jump to Frances McDormand because I have a theory about that film as well. Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman. Did you see this one?
She's been nominated everywhere, but she's not won anything. So I think she's she's the only one in this category who I don't think can win. Everyone else has a chance. Which is sad. 'Cause, I mean, I haven't seen this either, but she's amazing as Princess Margaret on The Crown.
The Crown.
The Crown.
The Crown. Well, again, I think this is another person, Vanessa Kirby, who has just kind of blossomed in the breadth of projects, but doesn't have like a specific one to kind of punch through and nail down and be like, yes, this is my performance. I wanted it. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a breadth of work that is very good.
This is just the start for her. Yeah.
Frances McDormand, here's an interesting theory. I will let you talk about Frances McDormand first, though.
Oh, I think, well, she just won the BAFTA. If she
She's
wins,
not British.
She's not British, but she won somehow. I think she tricked them. I think she took a picture of herself eating one of their disgusting breakfasts, like with the beans and the sausage. And
I know that Frances McDormand would do that. Frances McDormand would do anything for acting. She would definitely do that. Also, her name is McDormand, so she's like, oh, she's Scottish.
Yeah, they didn't think hard enough. But yeah, she's great. She's really awesome in this movie. It'll be her third Oscar if she wins, which there's only a handful of people that have ever won 3 or more Oscars. And Nomadland's probably winning Best Picture and Best Director, so she could definitely win. It's just a matter of if they want to give her 3, because that's kind of an exclusive club. I want to hear your theory.
So I think that No Man's Land did a great thing by doing half real actors and then half. I said half real actors. I don't know what the fuck that means, but half real actors and then half real nomads.
I'm half real actor. I'm a half real actor.
And a half real actor. And he wasn't fully formed yet, so when you see him on screen, he's like reading his lines real quick and then looks up and he's like, yes, ma'am.
He's like Gary Oldman, and every other line is acted, but every other line is the real person. Shut up!
He was so mad that day on set that he screamed, and they were like, well, we got to take it. We can't go back on this one.
Nomadland!
We can't go back on Mank. I like that concept. It was a very powerful story. Frances McDormand, very, very good in it. I believe it's a contender. I now will go into my theory, which goes into my sub-theory.
Yes.
Which is the next one, Carey Mulligan in Promising Young Woman.
Very good.
Here's the thing. She was on SNL.
Oh, there you go.
Also, Promising Young Woman kind of punched. I think that the story had been going for a while because didn't they film it and they had it in the can and then they had post-production things that they couldn't release it, so they released it now. I think is the story. Is that right?
Something like that sounds familiar. Yeah.
She was on SNL. This was a film that was written and directed by a very progressive woman. It tells a progressive story, and it tells it well. Like, I love the story of this. I love Carey Mulligan in this. She hit all the buttons. It was very weird. I'll get to it in Best Picture when we talk about it. There's some flaws with Promising Young Woman, and it has nothing to do with like the story, the directing, or anything like that. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was the best of the best picture. We'll get to that later, Best Picture. But she could definitely win. She won the Critics' Choice. She was not nominated for the BAFTA, which was odd, even though they had a new voting system this year.
And she's British.
She's very British.
What a slap in the face.
And her name means try again in golf.
She didn't get to try again.
She didn't get to try again.
But maybe she will in the Oscars. I see what she did there.
So a lot of people are predicting her. I would lean Viola Davis. I don't really fully believe the Mulligan momentum. But she could win. It's possible.
It's possible. You're right. I think that Viola Davis is a powerhouse. Again, shotgun blast, and then she was off screen. Carey Mulligan on screen constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a BAFTA. So
yeah, true.
Really baffling BAFTA. I made that pun. It's licensed now to me and not BAFTA. Thank you very much. Get fucked. Okay, we're sub actress. Maria Bakalova. Bakalova. Yeah, I was gonna say balaclava, but that's a thing that you wear on your
That was
face.
Racist against Bulgarians.
Yes, and it's a thing you wear on your face to not be discovered by terrorists. So it's a double down on me. Maria Bakalova, surprising.
Yeah, it's not a performance the type of performance they usually go for.
Mm-hmm.
But she won the Critics' Choice, and she's great. And I don't think any actor in any movie did more than her, like had to go through more. So there's that. She has that going for her. And she improvised largely in a language that was not her first language, which is also amazing.
Yeah. Shows that the language of improv knows no tongue. If you just say yes and, you will hit universal comedy gold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Del Close. Improv is great. There will be no better art form.
Truth in Comedy was the first Rosetta Stone, let's be honest.
It was, and we can now speak the language of haha. Yeah, I think that she did the most for it. It's interesting to me, though, and this is where I think it's going to hurt her. First, I'll say what helps her is that everyone's been talking about her since that film has come out. Like, everyone's like, oh, remember Maria Bakalova? Bakalova. This is going to kill me.
It's like you're saying ba to someone named Kalova. Like, Bakalova.
Bakalova. Yeah, everyone's been talking about her since the film came out because they're like, oh, this was such a great job. She was very subversive and everything like that. Here's what hurts her, though, is that Borat's subsequent movie film delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan, the full title, is not anywhere listed else. It is not listed.
Yeah. And also they have to handwrite, when you vote, you have to handwrite everything. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to handwrite everything.
I would believe it. I believe like some old person in the academy is like, I have to handwrite this? Forget it. I've lost steam. Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy. I heard Hillbilly Elegy was good, but I did not see it.
Oh, it's not. You heard wrong.
All right, very good.
She's on her 8th nomination. She could win. I mean, though the movie has a 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, and she also got a Razzie nomination.
Please let this be the year where the worst is the best.
Yeah, it's the first time since Amy Irving and Yentl, I think, that someone got nominated for an Oscar and a Razzie for the same role.
Pretty good.
So it's been like 30 some years, almost 40 years.
Well,
she's actually not bad in it. Like, the movie is really bad. It's Ron Howard. It's not his best, and it's the JD Vance guy who's kind of a ghoul.
I love a good cool.
It's more of a horror story. I mean, she could easily win, but she's not won any precursors. She was not nominated for the BAFTA, and it just doesn't seem like there's the momentum behind her as there was like when she was going up for the wife a couple years ago. People thought she was going to win.
You've used the BAFTA exclusively as kind of like a mile marker for if they have like the legs to get to the Oscar.
Yeah, it has
is that
the most
historically proven or
well, this year is different because they did a whole new way of voting. Because last year they had all white nominees and Margot Robbie was nominated twice somehow. So they did this committee voting where they had selected diverse committees to vote on each category. So it was a lot smaller voting pools voting for the categories. So their nominees this year were super, super diverse. And so some big names got left out, which was interesting. That's not your question. The answer to your question is
I love the tangents though. They're what makes the stream.
Historically, at least in the last 10 years, BAFTA's had I think the closest overlap because there's the most overlap in voting body. Mm-hmm. SAG I think is the next closest, and then Golden Globes. And for like Golden Globes picked Jodie Foster for supporting actress, so that like they're not even a factor in this race.
Golden Globes is the Hollywood Foreign Press, right?
Yeah, and they had a scandal about not having any black members. So it was just, I mean, this whole year has been strange because of the pandemic, but that was with the awards too. There's been some really unusual outcomes and developments.
I would say take a back seat. Golden Globes, the Hollywood Foreign Press, as everyone jokes that they have to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press when they go up there. I think they should call it the Golden Snobs because they're a bunch of snobs. That's what I think. So take that, Golden Globes. You've been burned. The last one, you can't do anything to me. Yeah, fuck you. I'm out. So you can't say anything to me.
Just break the ball off the top of it and throw it.
Yeah, and then you know what it looks like? It looks like the fucking NBA trophy anyway, so fuck off.
It's my sports, I'm telling you. Awards are my sports.
I think that, you know what? I think that basketball had it first, and then the Golden Globes were like, we'll just do it this way.
Oscars should look like the Stanley Cup. It should be like the Stanley Cup with the little man on top of it.
Yes, I agree. And it should be passed around and drank out of as well.
And when you win, they dump champagne on you and Gatorade.
Yeah, I think that's how all Golden Globes should be celebrated, and they would definitely thank the foreign press then because too wasted to know any better. We'll breeze through these. I'm not going to do animated feature film because we have another separate topic of reviews that we need to get to. That's very important, and we'll break.
But the winner of supporting actress, my pick is Yoo Jung-yoon from Minari. By the way.
Yes, I agree.
She won the SAG and the BAFTA. And I think Minari's not going to win any other category, so I think it has a lot of love behind it. So I think people will look to this category to award the movie and her. And she's amazing. She's hilarious. She called all the British people snobby. It was amazing.
Yes, I love it. And then Amanda Seyfried and Mank, we can say, Mank, go to hell.
She showed up and delivered her lines.
She did. And you know what? I think that if you do again a film about fucking the golden age of Hollywood, you show up and say your lines because it's like that's the acting style.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go down here. Film editing, international feature film, makeup, hairstyling, music. Where is the fucking best picture? Where is it?
Yeah.
Film editing.
Hell Hour is gonna win documentary short.
Yes, it's there. I swear to Christ, it's there. Here we go. Best picture. The Father. We're gonna go through these real fast. The Father. Yes, no.
No, it performed better in nominations than anyone expected, but no, it's not gonna win.
You Are Not the Father. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Also it did well, but it's not gonna win.
Fair enough. Take a back seat. Judas, get behind me, Judas, whatever the thing. Mank.
Got 10 nominations, but fuck no, it's not winning. Mank stank.
Mank stank. Minari.
I love Minari. I would actually say it's maybe number 2 or 3, but it's not gonna win.
Nomadland. The story about nomads. That's winning.
Virtually everything that could win.
Promising.
And it's also the perfect movie for this year in a weird way about being alone and sad.
You're right. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Promising Young Woman. Yes. Continuing.
Not gonna win. It's a good nominee, but yeah, I would put it like fifth maybe.
You know what? You're right. As I'm talking about this with you, I'm now rescinding my weird spin theory that I had about Promising Young Woman. It's good.
It'll win.
Tells a different story.
It's
not quite.
It's gonna
there.
win screenplay. It'll win original screenplay, I think.
That's fair. Sound of Metal.
Great movie. Not gonna win.
Unfortunately, no. Trial of the Chicago 7 is here. I did not know this. Trial of the Chicago 7. What do you think?
It's the only one that maybe has a chance because it won the SAG Ensemble, but I don't think there's any passion behind it. It's just a who's who kind of middle-aged actors. So
yeah, it's a historical biop.
So I would say it's a distant 2.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think you're right with Minari having the most heart. If not, I think Nomadland, as I'm thinking about it right now, would win. Judas and the Black Messiah, though, I'm going to put those three. Minari, Nomadland, and then Judas and the Black Messiah may come back from behind.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, especially this year. And I know
Yes.
Judas has momentum behind it.
It does. And then this is my short genius. I don't know who these people are. They got it wrong with the Oscars, but my short film that was not animated, it's live action. It should be down here. Genius, the pilot that I did for Adult Swim, it should be down there.
Yeah, it is. I saw it.
Yes. Very good. Those are the Oscar noms as we have it. Now we have to get to a very important topic, John Loos, that you mentioned before. We'll go back to the red carpet here just for a second to make sure that we know who's who. I'm an Oscar nominee and you're an Oscar
Just
attendee.
an attendee, yeah.
Well, no, but you'll be a witness to history, so that's good. But you have been playing the Assassin's Creed games, as you've mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You say that these games are perfectly average.
Every single game is... There's no game in the series that I've played. I haven't played all of them, but I played all but the last 3. No game in the series is better than a 7 out of 10. No game is worse than a 6 out of 10. They're just very average, generally pleasant experiences.
Yeah, generally pleasant. So you have a pleasant time where you're like, oh, I traipsed through history and I took my little knife that's in my cuff and I jammed it into as many people as possible and I got out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I stab some people with my wrist knife and collect 47 francs from a balcony treasure chest because people keep 47 francs in every balcony in every city.
That's how they kept their money saved back in the day.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like it satisfies that that dopamine hit, that need for the dopamine hit of like just collecting shit, but it's rarely thrilling, if ever.
I will go back to the chat just for a second here to give us a little update. Danger Mouse, who is also RP Havens, let it be known, also my biggest nemesis. John Loos with a sympathy laugh for Tuttleton's terrible joke. John, you don't have to sympathy.
I read Truth in Comedy, so I know the power of yes-anding a joke, and I've read the gospel, so...
Yes, you know what? If it's a bad premise and concept and everything's going down the road to hell, you might as well say yes and laugh at a joke that was made even though it's terrible. You're right. Danger Mouse says, rename the stream "The Sound of Nails on a Chalkboard" to the sound of metal. Very good. And he also has a comment that says Black Flag. Oh boy, what a slip! I'll kill myself. Black Flag, a banger, John. What the fuck?
That is the best game in the series. That might actually even be a 7.5. And I will say this is why, because the Assassin's Creed game, the foundation of the game is strong, but Assassin's Creed 4 is the only game that really wraps it around something interesting and cool. Like it's stealth killing and collecting shit is fun, but like there needs to be more, I think, attached to it. So when you have the seafaring adventure of Black Flag and the naval battles, where it's not just trying to climb the same clock tower 100 times and synchronize your view 1,000 times, like it takes the elements that make the game great and puts it into something bigger, whereas most of the rest are just the skeleton of that foundation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you're saying Black Flag is like a skeleton of that 4 because it incorporated the mechanics and a good story. You like 4 better than Black Flag.
Wait, what?
Assassin's Creed. Wait, is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag?
Yeah, it's the same. Assassin's Creed 4 is Black Flag.
Fuck, I'm really tanking here on this stream. This is my last one, and I'm tanking on it. Okay.
It is the best one. It is easily the best one. That might actually even be an 8, so maybe I should revise my earlier statement.
I know now because 3 incorporated the naval battles because it was I'm a colonial guy.
Yeah, and that was like the start of like that was actually starting to be cool, and I think they realized that, and then they made Black Flag, which is good, and then they for some reason were just like, let's put it all in Paris and just make it all balcony climbing again, for Unity, and that was just like it was such a letdown.
It was. I think that I liked it before the naval battles, which are cool, and I thought they were going to go with this, was the family one? It came after Assassin's Creed, like, 2.
Assassin's
like,
Junior?
Yeah, I wish. Assassin's Junior. I'm a little baby, but I can still kill.
That's a fire.
I don't think it was Revelations, but it came in between. It was either Revelations or one in between, but it incorporated like the training system where you'd send like your assassins from your organization out to do shit, and it would bring stuff into the game. I thought that was a cool mechanic. I thought they were trying to get back to that with Unity.
Yeah, that was I can't. They all blend together. That was before 3, so that was.
It was either Revelations because
I think it was Revelations. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had that mechanic, which was interesting. I don't know. They've gone across the board with like side scrollers, shit like that. There was Rogue, which was Black Flag, but with a weird Rogue story that they were like, open sandbox, do whatever the hell you want, we don't care. Which is, I mean, most of them, but that one in particular, because it was like you travel on a ship and do all this shit that you don't need.
It's
to
a type of, the foundation of the game requires some structure, and I think that's why that one was just kind of like, eh.
Now, we get to the one I think that you ended on, which I have a love-hate relationship for, which is Syndicate.
Yes, which I'm not far into, so I actually can't speak about the whole thing, but it's better than Unity for sure, but it's after playing 9 of these games, it's kind of tiring.
I think that one is the most egregious because unfortunately it's in the time period where I was like, I hope they never go to this time period. And they did. Which is the, oi, governor, got a copper for me guy. Oh, little Billy Bottom Twin. He's coming around here. You want to be a thief, little Billy Bottom Twin? That's what it is.
Yeah. The voice actors are definitely like jacking off as they're saying their lines because they're into it so much.
I bet it's the same voice cast from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. If they just got those guys and they're like, yeah, sure. It's a British gangster film, sure. That one lets you play as a male assassin or a female assassin. And they do different things. That's it.
Yeah. Which, great. It still doesn't make the gameplay any more exciting.
I'm sorry. KP Senti says, nice voice. I want talent like that. I don't know if you're talking... KP Senti, I don't know if you want the weird Cockney accent, if you're saying that you wish you could do a Cockney accent. Here's a pro tip, Dialects 101. Just be the most annoying voice that you ever think you could possibly sound like. And that's probably Cockney.
Oi, governor! Oh, yeah! Go and kill my brother!
He went and killed my brother. I gotta get him. Also, you can watch... no, he doesn't do it, but Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange, it sounds egregious, but he has like a different, terrible Yorkie one, I think, or a Geordie one of the two. That's also terrible. But there's a guy who sounds like a Cockney and the weirdest idiot in that film. So watch Clockwork Orange until your eyes bleed.
Actors love Cockney. That's like their favorite fucking thing to do.
I don't understand why. I despise it, and I wish that we could not go back to that period ever because we know what happened. We don't need to be reminded.
Right. Thank you.
Thus is my opinion about Assassin's Creed. Whatever it is, Syndicate. It's the Syndicate. We're gonna make it. But you haven't played the new ones. You haven't played Origins, Odyssey, or Valhalla.
No, correct? Yeah, I'm a completionist, so I have to always start at the beginning of a series and play all the way through. And so I just started playing Assassin's Creed like a couple months into the pandemic, so I've not gotten to I have it. I bought it, Origins, but I have not gotten to it yet.
I'm going to show you a trailer for the new one, and I will give you a theory as to why they are mediocre and are not attuned to greatness. Let's take a look.
Let's look at it.
They are heartless.
Okay. Big guy here.
Godless barbarians.
She's got some antlers and she's putting the blood on him.
Some cranberry sauce.
I love a good cranberry sauce. Thanksgiving is here. Here's my first point, is that they always pick like a weird like chill hop song, and that's like their thing. I like that.
They murder and kill blindly.
Oh, but maybe they don't.
They scar the lands of England. Lands they will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them
We have Jared Leto.
in a language they will understand.
America's greatest actor, Jared Leto.
Yeah, why is Jared Leto not nominated for fucking the Joker? Batman? Zack Snyder's fucking cut.
He should present as the Joker.
God, I hope so. Can't have to do it. I'm gonna do it. No, he didn't put his shield up fast enough. No, he got it. Too much cranberry sauce when they're filmed with it. Oh no. Oh, but they reference.
Every Thanksgiving this happens.
This is the great Thanksgiving battle. Happens every Thanksgiving. I've seen enough. I don't need this. Yes, what the hell? This is so long. Thanks, KP Senti. Yes, it's the longest trailer. It's
Yeah.
actually the longest trailer in Assassin's Creed history because they got all that sweet, sweet money from all those simpletons who buy Assassin's Creed every year when it comes out, and they don't. It's like, and like Madden football games where they just churn out the same stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be good. It just has to be similar enough with enough tweaks to make it seem cool.
Yes.
People will buy it.
Yeah, so I think in that game, and I haven't played Valhalla, it's out now, so I could be totally 100% wrong. I'm going to go out on a big limb here and say that naval battles are back. Where you
Looks
have
like
to,
it, yeah. We got
have to do shields.
some Viking ships.
And I think that this incorporates the level system, and it's like open world where there's giant battles and you're like weaving your way through trying to find like the lead guy to assassinate him.
So as long as they don't bring back tail missions.
Yeah. You know what? I think they will.
Those are the fucking worst.
Look, if you can't follow a guy for 10 minutes, how are you going to learn how to be an assassin? You got to have patience, and you got to strike when the time is right. Right when he has that fifth conversation with whoever he's talking to.
Right.
Ugh.
I always love it when you have to follow someone and then just kill them anyway. It's like, why didn't I just kill them at the fucking beginning of this 45-minute?
You got to listen to all these boring-ass conversations and write them down in your little leather notebook to be found years later in
Right.
the little thing.
Fucking animus.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go back to that future time or anything like that. Here's why I think they're middling, and this was my theory. Even this one, I think, is going to be a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8. It's just so egregious where it's like everyone's a Templar. the assassins are always down on their luck. They're always being pursued by the establishment, and it's the Illuminati, and there's always a secret, fun alien thing that we never know about, and we keep on piecing them together until, you know, we get 5,000 trinkets and it's God's face. We see God's face, and that's it.
Right, and it's always that same, what's her name? Desdemona or whatever. And it's like, how many times can that be the reveal at the end of the game? Like, great, we see the God person again. Great, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We open up a secret tomb and it's Desdemona. Kristen Bell, no longer in the series, unfortunately, as we previously talked about. Kristen Bell is in like the first 3 and then was like, oh, I'm a movie star now? Forget it.
You have to kill me. Kill my character.
Kill my character. I was an assassin and I have been assassinated. And that's how I'm going to go out. I'm Kristen Bell. Look for me in my next film/TV series. Do you think Assassin's Creed Valhalla will win an Oscar?
I think, it's up for, original song for the Viking Dance, and also the redheaded guy from Game of Thrones. I feel like he's probably in the game, even though.
I bet he is. I bet he's doing mocap and just being a sly little bastard.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I want to say his name. Whenever I see that guy, I'm always like, it's Chris Christopherson, but it's not. That's not his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And he doesn't look like Chris Christopherson, but in my head, I always say Chris Christopherson.
I was trying to think of the guy who played Thor, which we should know.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth is in that game. That's Chris Hemsworth. He did the mocap.
Yeah, I think all the Vikings are based off of him.
Yeah, it's just him, and they just cloned a legion of them, and they all look vaguely the same. Maybe one has black hair, maybe one has not black hair.
Some have like a little jaunty scarf, or like
they just accessorize.
One glove.
It's just a Chris Hemsworth accessory game where you collect all the accessories for Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, those are the collectibles for that game.
See, that means it'll probably be good though, because you're taking the foundation of Assassin's Creed and wrapping it around something else.
That's true. You know what?
Fashion game.
It's gonna win the Oscar for Assassin's Creed games. I imagine it's the best Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. Best supporting acts and best supporting axer.
Axer. That's the category. He's an axer. He's got an axe.
That's a bad joke.
It's fine. It's a fine joke, and I'm laughing at it, and it's not out of sympathy. It's honest, because I'm yes-anding the power of positive thinking. That's what we say here in the chat.
Thank you, Sharna.
Thank you 1,000 times. Thank you so much for your dogs, for your wisdom, for your remembrance of me as you look me in the face and I can see the wheels turning.
For your beer garden.
Yes. Danger Mouse says, shouldn't the stream be over now? And Danger Mouse, you are correct, but we're going to take it to John Loos one more time. John Loos, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thanks for having me. This was amazing. This was the most hellacious hell hour I've ever been a part of.
Thank you. We try to make it unbearable for everyone that comes on the show. Do you have any final thoughts that you wish to say? Any things you want to plug, or just toot your own horn, say that you're an Oscar nom?
I'm not an Oscar nom this year, but I will be next year. They already told me for best costumes, because I have really deep V-neck shirts, so they're really into that. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnLoosWins, or my website is johnlooscomedy.com. I haven't updated my website in like 6 months, so it's old stuff, but it's good stuff. That's it. That's what I got.
It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And John Loos, I'm sure that when they go there, they will be greeted with the highest of qualities.
The highest quality Weebly has to offer.
We hope. Make your own website, make your own fun, is what I like to say. A website. KP Senti's on the trail already. Well, we thank you. Please stick around for our glowing Oscar a year back. This is so stupid. Please stick around for a look back on the year with Herbert S. Tuttleton as we conclude. This will be the end of the stream. We thank you, the viewers. We thank everyone. Danger Mouse, you got your wish. Here is the end of season 1 of Hell Hour. What I want people to know first and foremost is that I am a playwright. Albeit not a very good playwright, and with a penchant for the perverse, but a playwright nonetheless. I have been laughed at by the entertainment industry. I have been choffed at by network executives, and I have been kicked in the stomach by Fran Drescher. However, I did not give up in my pursuits. I have provided countless hours of entertainment for everyone tuning in to YouTube every Monday at 7 p.m. Though sometimes the messages have been mixed and incoherent, I trust that you, the audience, will figure it out. We thank you, the chat. We thank you, the guests.
Let's go, Mongus!
For over 30 years of entertainment, that's right, I said it, it's 30 years. I have interviewed countless guests, most of whom said that I was the most unique interviewer because I was ill-prepared and the questions that I asked were weird, jarring, and unintelligible. But it was entertaining. I take a look back on my work and say, boy, maybe I should have stopped this sooner. But something tells me to go on. Is it you, the viewer? Is it the guests, the droves of guests that wish to be interviewed, clamoring to be on my very successful and Oscar-nominated show? I must go on. I must continue. For it is my life's work to provide you with quality entertainment and sometimes mediocre entertainment, but we'll try for the best. I am Herbert S. Tuttleton, and this has been Herbert S. Tuttleton's Hell Howard. We definitely got to every single name on this list. Don't even think Howard H. Lawnmower is a bigot, who knew? And Foo Fighters were unavailable, so we couldn't get them, but we got them. We got everyone on the list. Don't even question it. I am Herbert S. Tuttleton. No autographs, please.
Is but I want to die. Candy coated suicide. You're my